Welcome, all my good friends and family and people out there in the internet world, in those internets. I want to welcome y'all in to another Ambush the Game podcast. Today, I'm going to do this one solo. I just kind of want to talk about one or two things that we had a group discussion about, and I will probably bring the game back in and hold this discussion with a panel because I think it'll be more interesting. But right now, I was just sitting here thinking about it, and I just think I want to talk about it for a second or two, if you will. And the thing I want to talk about today, this evening or whatever, is tone. Yeah, tone. Do you think that tone, or how much does tone play with how you receive information? I personally do not care about the tone. I just want the information. If you say it nasty or say it nicely or however you choose to say it, I can usually get around that pretty quickly. I just want to know if what you're telling me is correct, right? To me, that's the most important thing. I don't really care about the tone. You know, I could put that to the side, especially depending on the situation that we're in when I get the information. Don't really care about tone. I just don't really care about tone. But what I have noticed is that tone plays a big part with you ladies. Now, I'm sure there are going to be some exceptions to the rule. And the rule is women don't like a nasty tone, or they want it, especially in particular if it's a guy that's giving them any type of instruction. How he gives the instruction means just as much as the instruction that he's giving. And when I say instructions later, I don't mean he's telling you what to do, but I'm just saying, I guess I should say information, right? Or whatever he's saying to you. You guys may be just having a conversation, but how he chooses his words, his tone seems to matter more than the content that he's delivering. Or in a lot of cases, it could be woman to woman. So let's just not make this a guy versus girl thing. I don't want to play that role with this one. We're just talking about tone. So it could be man to man, woman to woman, just whatever the case may be. It may be a woman talking to a man. I'm just concerned about how do you perceive the information you're being given. Does the tone of it make a difference? As I said before, tone doesn't mean anything to me. But I noticed that when I deal with some people, that that seems to be one of the criticisms that I hear about me a lot is my tone. I speak harshly sometimes. I can't say that ain't true. I can't tell somebody how to take what I say. You know, as far as how I say it, could I change the words that I use to say it, or maybe make a better or softer delivery? Sure, I could, but I would have to think to do that. Usually, I'm just delivering whatever it is that's on my mind to deliver. So whatever tone that I take with it is just a tone that comes with whatever I'm talking about. I don't think it's anything geared toward that person or trying to call them out or belittle or anything like that. It's just the way I'm saying it. I just don't place much emphasis on that. But I've noticed that, you know, we got the cliches that go around with it. It ain't what you say, it's how you say it, and all that little type of shit. Sometimes I wonder if we even really examine what's being said, or we just see the opportunity to say something slick, to come out with the cliche, because we know those those cliches fit, we know when to plug them in. I just think we're wrapped up too much in that, and you know, and in this, it ain't what you say, it's how you say it. You know, all that old type of shit. You know, I really just don't care about that. If somebody, let me put it this way: if you were told that you had $10,000 coming to you, but all you had to do was listen to what I said and get these instructions, and I will lead you to the $10,000, but I said it nastily. Is that a word? Or would you then say, I don't want the money because I don't like how you said that to me? Would you? Or would you want those $10,000? If the instructions were the instructions, regardless of if I said it nice to you or said it nasty, but if the information was still the same and all you had to do was listen to get the $10,000, would you not accept the $10,000 because you didn't like the tone? Could you not make it to the end to hear all the instructions so you could get the money? I know that's a hypothetical, but I'm telling you, some people got a hang up with the tone that you use and how you present what you say as opposed to what it is you're saying. That's just like somebody got a car body that's nice and square and straight, good paint. It looks immaculate from the outside, but when you raise the hood, it's crap up under there. It ain't running right. It's running rough. It's making all kinds of noises. The engine knocking. It got oil leaks, everything. But from the outside, the package looks good. That is what I liken tone to. You're not concerned about what's being said. You're only concerned about how it's said. I just take a little issue with that, with the word tone. And it's like one of those deals where you get to rolling your eyes and rolling your neck around, and you know, and you don't want it, and you're making that opening and closing motion with your hands. You don't want to hear it. You know, it's just so asinine and ignorant to me that we seem to fall time and time again for the lowest common denominator. Is how you see it. You know, we anything that we can make an issue about, we just make an issue about it. Listen, if the information that's being given to you is useful to you, but you are more concerned about how it's given to you, what's the problem? Is the problem the person that's giving you the information? Or is it the fact that you're having to get the information and you don't like how it's being given to you? I don't know. I just know that at my age right now, I'm not interested in changing how I say something so you could feel better. Do you understand what I'm saying? I'm not saying I'm not interested in changing what I say because you're offended. If there was a real reason, but if it's just you don't like my tone, I don't know if I'm gonna change anything for that. Now, I'm not interested, or nor do I wake up in the morning looking for ways to offend anybody and looking for the worst ways to say anything so I can feel good about myself. No, that's not what I do. But what I am saying to you is I don't want to have to second guess what I'm going to say because you are soft. You got virgin ears. You don't want to hear the hard truth, or you don't want to have a hard conversation because of the way it sounds. Come on, guys. Come on. Tone? Tone, really? What about the information that's being given? Shouldn't that supersede all of it? Or is it just how you say what you say? I just really don't want to hear anything about tone, man. You know, and I don't know if it's a maturity thing. I don't know if it's an entitlement thing. I don't know what it is. I just know that the next time somebody tells me that they don't like what I said, my next words will be, well, let's not talk and fuck you.